Now on chapter 13, and I'm just gonna show a quick song, and that's them dancing. Some romantic snippets on the song, fanfics made by someone. Now we're carrying with Loving from a Distance. Unknown, I kept taunting this beautiful girl. She was so breathtaking, the way her eyes stood out and the way her curls came down her back. She was so beautiful in her elegance and simplicity. Her smile made my heart beat a million miles per hour. Her lips were so pink and kissable. I didn't know who I was talking to when I did this practice spell. Had to learn it on my grandmom saying. I hated doing magic, it exhausted me, but I was the only male in a family of all women. Well, except my dad. He was a male witch, but he died in war between wolves and vampires. We were the good kind of witches, but all around the world there were good and bad witches, including Dehradun. We lived in the forest for many years. We had a colony of witches that were hidden by ancient witches. The only beings that could see us was werewolves, vampires, and ghosts. They were all welcome in our colony. They never attacked us because some came for rest, others came for healing, or some for just having their future told. 200 years ago, three vampires came, and the other two went to the all you can bleed buffet. But these vampires never bled people, they bled animals. The young man that came with them sat at the future telling booth, and he was a bay. I was only 10 then, but I remember he said when he was sad when the fortune teller asked him if he wanted a future told. He cried and said, "What future? My life was taken alongside my only family and my only love, Mithri. I have no future except that of being a blood drinking demon." The fortune teller was very wise and very kind. She looked at his cards and said, "One life has ended, another has started. Live it to the full, but never forget who you are. You're a demon with a soul. You shall find love again. The face is the same, but heart's different. The yin to your yang. Embrace her, and you shall become free." He looked happy at first, then he got angry and he said, "Whose love? I will love Methley only. No one else should take her place." The fortune teller said, "I only read your cards. They showed you will love another, and you shall be free from this life. But you have to live it for a couple of centuries. Heed my words. I have never been wrong in my predictions." He calmed down and walked off. I never knew what happened to him. He was the first vampire I saw with a pure soul, and that was rare. I wondered if he ever found a second chance at love again. Speaking of love, I had mind linked to a homeless man. When I went into this, when I went into his head, or so I thought, I saw happiness. Amira, she stood in front of it. She was fixing her clothes. She combed her hair. She tried different styles, but she's stuck with it being left open. Then I saw her looking in the mirror and putting makeup on. She stayed simple, but she looked beautiful. And then she went down. It was like I was looking through her eyes. She greeted everyone, ate breakfast, and sat in the car with two men. I felt a bit jealous, but when she called them brother, I felt relieved. I saw her meeting her new friends. When she got out of the car, I saw loads of boys around her. I felt angry, but controlled. Grandmom says we have to control our anger or we can change the weather with our feelings. All day I followed her, but I never got her name. She was stubborn and I liked that. After I taunted her, I felt bad, but she was a fighter. She challenged me to show myself. I told her I would, and I told her if I did, she wouldn't get away from me. But really, I just wanted to be around her. I felt a pull from her, a familiar relationship. But I didn't know when I heard my name. "Divit, come here now. Aren't you done with your practice magic? Get here and eat. I made your favorite food. Bat wing souffle, spicy frog legs, poison ivy rice, chicken curry with crushed lizard scales, sugar dried lizards. Don't get me wrong, I also eat normal foods, but my favorite is the classic witch food. The normal human food I like is chicken curry, plain rice, roast chicken legs, and mint and chocolate chip ice cream, and cookie dough. But even with human food, I never get full. But tomorrow I was gonna start my college to get close to the beautiful girl I was wanted. I would take it slow and make her love me without using magic. I don't know why, but my college felt like it was calling us supernatural beings. Last I heard, a vampire and a werewolf went to this college 11 years ago. It was a beacon of some sorts for natural enemies. The natural enemies studied together, and once I heard in the forest that a girl called Pia had two men in love with her, and they were the vampire and the werewolf. It was said a curse will lift you for one of the two. Will David win Sugan's heart by taunting her, or will David ever find out about Abe being the one that was cured? Stay tuned, many more pages to come. So that was chapter 13. Pyar Ki Ek Nayi Kahani, and for my English readers, a new love story. I hope you enjoyed listening as I have enjoyed reading it out. And just maybe one more chapter. And yeah, I might have an early night. So happy reading, lovelies.